What's up, guys? We're back at it again. This is back day. This one comes straight from Obi Vincent. I'm starting out here actually stretching. I'm doing stretching my scapula. So as I hang, I'm just letting I'm pulling with my lats and my scapula, trying to loosen everything up. Definitely want to do that first. It's gonna make the workout a lot easier. And we're gonna do I do 12, anywhere from 10 to 12. And I change the grip, so I do an overhand grip, and then I'll do one where I turn my hands in and do it that way. All right, so the first exercise we'll be doing is pause deadlifts. This is an exercise where you want to pause 2 to 3 seconds just below your shins. That time under tension is key, and you want to start light and build your way up. If you start too heavy on this, you can hurt yourself. So leave the ego at the door and let's get to it. Also, you want to make sure that as you do this exercise, your chest is out, your shoulders are back, and you don't want to round your back. And when you're pausing, you definitely want to try to squeeze your lats to where you're keeping that tension on there. That's going to help you with muscle development. One thing I definitely want to emphasize again is start light. When I first started doing this workout, I started with the bar. Now I'm up to a 45 on my last set. I could do more, but I try not to push too hard because our backs are very delicate, and if you have back issues like I've had in the past, you don't want to overdo it because you will hurt yourself. So just take your time and start light. All right, next we have pull-ups. We're going to be doing 4 sets. First 2 sets we'll be doing overhand, and the second 2 sets we'll be doing underhand or chin-ups for the second 2 sets. You want to do them till failure. Also, I do a 2 to 3 second eccentric motion on the way down, and this is hard. It's a lot tougher than a conventional pull-up because you're taking your time. You're not just pulling up and then dropping straight down. You're actually controlling the movement the whole time, and this does help develop those muscles in the back, and you want to make sure that you're squeezing when you go to the top. So just take your time. Like I said, 2 to 3 second eccentric on the way down, and we're doing 2 different grips. Our next exercise is incline dumbbell rows or bench rows. You want to use your lats on this exercise. You can actually go heavier, but you want to be careful still. Just take your time. I would still recommend starting light, but on this you can go heavy to develop those muscles and work on strength. Now you do want to do about 2 to 3 second eccentric on the way down, and when you get to the top you do want to squeeze. If you can, try to hold it for a quick second and then eccentric 2 seconds to 3 seconds down. next we have high cable rows. We'll be doing 3 sets of 10. Now, we'll actually be alternating. On the first set, you'll be leaning forward. You'll put your foot, I know you can't see mine, but you'll put your foot on the bench in front of you and you'll lean forward as your other foot is, or your other leg is behind you. And you'll lean forward and pull towards your chest, doing about a 2 to 3 second eccentric on the way up. And when you pull down, you definitely want to try to squeeze for a second. As I'm doing the set leaning back, I do have my foot still on the bench. Sometimes I'll actually alternate legs to work on core strength, and that does help. And hold on, gains? No, I'm just playing. I'm stupid. But yeah, you definitely want to keep your foot on the bench as you lean forward, and then keep your foot on the bench as you lean back. And I will alternate just to work on that stability and core. All right, next we actually have machine back rows. We'll be doing 3 sets. I like to lean forward, actually standing up, so that way the machine's supporting me. There is a 2 to 3 second eccentric on the way down, and as you come back, try to squeeze for a quick second. And you do get a bit of a longer range motion versus sitting down on the machine. Also, I changed the grips. I start out with a wide grip, and I'll actually change to the close grip. And I'm actually going a little bit faster than I'm supposed to be. I'm just not realizing that. So actually slow it down just a little bit. Like I said, you want to do a 2 to 3 second eccentric on the way down, and then squeeze it for a second at the top. I think I'm moving kind of fast because I was ready to get out of the gym. Just being honest. Alright, so our next exercise is going to be lat pull downs. We'll do 2 sets. On the first set, we'll do a wide grip. As you pull down, 2 to 3 second eccentric. Keep the swinging to a minimum. A little bit is okay, but you do want to keep it to a minimum. And you want to contract your lats the entire exercise, as you see here. So take your time and start light and work your way up to that heavier weight as you go along. If you do that, then you'll see gains again. And that's what we want. Alright, so for the second set, as you can see here, I switched my grip to an underhand grip, a little bit closer together. Same thing, 2 to 3 seconds on the eccentric. On the way down, you do want to contract your lats, try to squeeze for a second at the bottom. And on this exercise, like I said, start light, work your way up on the weight, and we're doing 10, 8, 8, 8.
Also, you don't take a break between the 10, 8, 8, 8. You only take a break between going from the overhand grip to the underhand grip. That's the only time you actually take a break. The rest of it is basically like a superset.
All right, so next we have hyperextensions. We'll do 3 sets of 10 reps. If you don't have this piece of equipment at your gym, there's also another one that's on the floor that's kind of at an angle where you're kind of standing at a 45-degree angle and you're bent over that way. You can do it on there as well. I just actually like doing it on this one better because I feel like I get more of a stretch. But as you can see here, I'm doing about a 2 to 3 second eccentric on the way down. I take my time on the way up, and you don't want to come up too high just to where your body is parallel with the ground. All right, so next we're doing a hyperextension row. I guess I kind of made that name up, if we're being honest. But basically what you're doing is you just in that same position when you come up in the hyperextension, but with 2 dumbbells, or if you have the kettlebells, you just row, coming straight up but squeezing for a second at the top, and 2 second eccentric on the way down, taking your time. You're definitely gonna feel this one, and you want to squeeze as hard as you can. This is the last exercise of this back workout, so definitely make sure we're doing it right. So that was core and back. As you saw, I take my time with my workouts. I mean, the slower you go, the better. Everything's not entirely slow. You can actually, once you actually learn how to work those muscle groups, those intricate muscle groups, not just the main ones, then you'll be able to actually move at a more consistent or a little bit of a quicker speed. But of course, you want to keep it at a constant motion. But that was pretty much it. If you got any questions about the workout or anything of that nature, just comment or message me, ask me. I'll answer the best way I can. All right, signing off.